Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us see about one more AWS service, AWS Lake Formation. So before that, let's see how to build a lake. Let's see how to build a lake. So for this, we have three options. First one is manual creation of whole infrastructure. So in order to build a lake, we need some infrastructure, right? Yes. So we have our data sometimes present in multiple data sources. In order to get that data, we need to build some infrastructure. So we need to do whole thing manually. That means you can take an example of S3 as your data lake. Then if you want to upload your data to it, manual uploading is one of the option, right? Yes. And way two, second way is deploy whole infrastructure with cloud formation by using templates. You can able to deploy, you can able to develop your whole cloud formation by using what? Templates. In this way also you can able to deploy, develop your data lake. How, sir? How we can able to develop? So if you use cloud formation templates, there are already pre-existing templates are available for you in AWS documentation. You can refer them so that you can able to create templates. I can provide you one of the example template. That is, so whenever you uploaded some data into any service, any storage service, then in order to get the data, let's say you uploaded some data in S3. Since S3 is your data lake, you uploaded some data. So for that data, you need to create some metadata, right? In order to analyze the data, since if you are having a lot of data, if you are having metadata for particular data, then it is easy to identify that data, right? Yes. So in order to identify particular data among data lake, it is must and best practice to have some metadata for objects, for metadata for the data that we have in the data lake, right? Yeah. So to create that metadata, we created some lambda function. Whenever we uploaded any file to lambda, whenever we uploaded any file to S3, then this lambda function will trigger and this will create you some metadata and uploads the data in some database. Let's say take an example of DynamoDB. So by using that metadata, you can able to identify your data. So since S3 is a lot of data lake that we are assuming for current scenario, so in order to get particular data, in order to query, in order to analyze particular data, first we will go for DynamoDB and we will check there which metadata is suitable for my need. So from that metadata, we are coming to S3 and by using that data, we can able to analyze particular S3 files, right? Yeah, in this way, we can able to manage our whole infrastructure by using cloud formation templates. Even we can analyze the metadata which are present in DynamoDB by using Elasticsearch. We can move that data to Elasticsearch. We can able to analyze the data. So here in this way we can able to simply analyze the metadata. By using that we can able to identify the data of files, the data present in the files in S3 data lake, right? So for that, this cloud formation templates are useful. Now if we see about third way, here in this third way we don't need to do anything regarding creation of templates or moving our data to data lake. The data will be moved to our data lake by using this cloud AWS Lake Formation. What is this lake formation? It's one of the service in AWS where setup of our data lake is done by this lake formation service. So if anybody ask you the question in certification, that is if I want to securely set up my data lake by using any AWS service? Then what's your answer? AWS Lake Formation. By using AWS Lake Formation, we can able to securely set up our data lake within days, not even months or years, within days. Instead of creating whole data lake in your AWS, it takes only days. AWS Lake Formation instead of months and years. In order to create our data lake, first our AWS Lake Formation need to identify the existing data sources. Is it? Yes. It needs to, lake formation need to identify the existing data sources. That is, within S3 is our data is present, or within databases like relational databases or non-relational databases my data is present. There my data is there. Or if we are expecting to analyze the log data, log related files, this lake formation can also target those log files from services like CloudTrail, Kinesis Fairhouse, and Elastic Load Balancer log groups, and CloudFront log groups also. So those log files also we can able to target by using this lake formation, and we can able to move all of them into data lake. So we can move them all at once, or we have another option, that is we can move them incrementally one by one to data lake, right? Yeah. So after moving our data to there, then what we need to do? We need to prepare our data for perform analytics, right? Yes. So for that, crawler, what? Crawling and catalog. For that, data crawling and catalog and preparing all the data for our perform analytics on. It will prepare all the data for crawling and cataloging, and even preparing all the data for you to perform analytics on. So I have written the important points here and I marked the important points darkly. By using this lake formation, first it will identify your existing data sources, either it may be S3 or database related data, or you can able to identify log related files as well. You can able to grab all the data at once, or you can able to grab them, take them incrementally one by one and move them into data lake. And then this data lake will crawl and catalog and prepare all the data for you to perform analytic queries on that. How all these functions will be managed? All these functions will be managed by using blueprints. What? By using blueprints. In these blueprints, we define what is the data source. We will point our source data, and we also point our destination, that is to where, to which data lake. We also point to where you want to load your data in the data lake. So the destination data lake also will mark here. And in the blueprints, we also mark third option, that is time. How often you want to load the data. That means how much time you specify to load your data. So these three things that we need to specify under the blueprints. The functionality of this data lake will be managed by these three, by managed by using these blueprints. In the blueprints, we specify source data as well as destination data lake, as well as specify how much time, how often you want to load your data, right? Yes. So after this, and what does this blueprint done? So then blueprint will discover your source table schema, So in order to load your source table schema to your destination data lake, first we need to create a target format right there under destination lake. Yes. So automatically it converts to new target format. Then again your data is partitioned in order to move your data efficiently and parallelly to your destination data lake. Partitioning is the option. So partitioning is one of the option. So partitioning the data, and based on that partitioning your data will be partitioned into partition schema. So partitions of the data based on partition schema, and keep track of your data that already processed, and allow you to customize, manually manage all these steps. So these are the things that we need to include in blueprint. What are the things? Source table schema, and automatically converts into target, new target format, and our data is partitioned based on what? Partitioning schema, and we can even keep track of all the data that is processed, and we can even customize the above steps, right? Yes. So in this way we can able to create the data lake, right? Yeah. So what about access management for the data lake? How can I able to manage the access? AWS Lake Formation will take care of user security by creating self-service access to that data through your choice of analytical series. So how you can able to provide the access management is basically you create access policies within data catalogs, and you can tie that access policies to your data catalog. So by using that access policies, so who are the users present in that access policies? Those users can able to access that data catalog. So how it can manage your access management is within the data catalog, by tying data access with access policies, access control policies. So within data catalog, what are the data catalog you have, within that data catalog, by tying data access with access control policies, it can able to manage what? AWS Lake Formation can able to manage data access management. So whenever a user coming to data lake formation to see some data, so first user credentials and access roles are analyzed by using this lake formation. Then this lake formation will determines what data that particular user is allowed to access, and then it gives them a new token. What? New token to carry with them, and other services to carry with this lake formation and other services like Athena or Redshift or EMR. It provides you a token. At last, what about cost? So this even plays you an important role, right? Yes. So for this cloud formation, we will not be charged for using this cloud formation. That is for managing all the services. By using this cloud, by using this lake formation, for managing all the services, we will not be charged. That is, we do not have any additional charge for using lake formation or managing all the services, but we have charge for service utilization. So for managing services in lake formation we are not charged, but utilizing services in AWS Lake Formation, we will be charged. So can you provide me some examples, sir, for utilized services by using this lake formation? Yeah, of course. So for data lake, what is the example that we taken previously? S3. So in S3 only we store our data, right? In the form of data lake? Yeah. So for storing data in S3, we will be charged. We need to pay for S3. Let's say I stored my data in S3, so I charged for data stored in S3. Now I want to crawl and catalog works. I want to perform crawling and cataloging works by using AWS Glue. Then we also need for AWS Glue payment. Yeah, we also need to pay for AWS Glue. So for looking into data by using Athena queries, do we need to pay money for AWS Athena? Yes, we need to pay money for AWS Athena as well. So we'll be charged for storage, that means a data lake storage, as well as crawling and catalog workings by using Glue, and we will be charged for data querying by using Athena if we use that service. So these are the things we will be charged in if we use AWS Lake Formation. So I hope you understood this AWS Lake Formation and you got a good knowledge with AWS Lake Formation, how it works and what is the main thing that it has blueprints. And by using this, what about the cost and how can we able to manage the access by using this, what it will generate new token, and how can it manage the access of your data by attaching access controls to data catalog, and how many how much time does it take, that is within days or months or years, that this lake formation will create our data lake, that is within days. So how many ways can we have to build the data lake, and we have seen about AWS lake formation in this video. I hope those who are watching this video for the first time, this may be provide you some new content to your knowledge, or else for the persons who are watching again this video, they may get a knowledge recap. I hope this video is understanding to you. If you feel this video is understanding to you, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye, guys.